Hello, Noble Minds. Welcome to Noble Minds Academy Quiz Channel. This is the Nigerian Language edition. Remember to watch till the end, comment, like, and subscribe. And please remember to share to all your family and friends. Today's video we will be on guess the name of each image in different Nigerian languages. We'll basically be looking at objects in Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and Efik. I hope you enjoy yourself and have a great time. Please remember to watch to the end. Thank you. Let's get started on this amazing journey. Did you know that Nigeria has over 525 native languages? Let's look at some of the items in a few of these languages.
Do you know these items in Hausa? What is book called in Hausa? What is chair called in Hausa? What is bag called in Hausa? What is table called in Hausa? What is shoe called in Hausa? What is pot called in Hausa? What is plate called in Hausa? What is spoon called in Hausa? What is bed called in Hausa? What is knife called in Hausa? What is bottle called in Hausa? What is door called in Hausa? What is cup called in Hausa? What is money called in Hausa? What is water called in Hausa? What is key called in Hausa? What is clock called in Hausa? What is house called in Hausa? What is box called in Hausa? Do you know these items in Yoruba? What is book called in Yoruba? What is chair called in Yoruba? What is bag called in Yoruba? What is table called in Yoruba? What is shoe called in Yoruba? What is pot called in Yoruba? What is plate called in Yoruba? What is spoon called in Yoruba? What is bed called in Yoruba? What is knife called in Yoruba? What is bottle called in Yoruba? What is door called in Yoruba? What is cap called in Yoruba? What is money called in Yoruba? What is water called in Yoruba? What is key called in Yoruba? What is clock called in Yoruba? What is house called in Yoruba? What is box called in Yoruba? Do you know these items in Igbo? What is book called in Igbo? What is chair in Igbo? What is bag called in Igbo? What is table in Igbo? What is shoe in Igbo? What is pot called in Igbo? What is plate called in Igbo? What is spoon called in Igbo? What is bed called in Igbo? What is knife called in Igbo? What is bottle called in Igbo? What is door called in Igbo? What is cap is called in Igbo? What is money called in Igbo? What is water called in Igbo? What is key called in Igbo? What is clock in Igbo? What is house called in Igbo? What is box called in Igbo? Do you know these items in Efik? What is book called in Efik? What is chair called in Efik? What is bag called in Efik? What is table called in Efik? What is shoe called in Efik? What is pot called in Efik? What is plate called in Efik? What is spoon called in Efik? What is bed called in Efik? What is knife called in Efik? What is bottle called in Efik? What is door called in Efik? What is cap called in Efik? What is money called in Efik? What is water called in Efik? What is he called in Efik? What is clock called in Efik? What is house called in Efik? What is box called in Efik?
Thank you for playing the quiz game with us. You have earned yourself a Noble Minds Academy badge. Congratulations! Hope you had some fun today.